Yo, what's good? Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening? I'll wait just a couple minutes, man. Listen, you gotta enjoy this one. I sat on this one here for like a few moments. I wanted to make sure that I got this one off. All right. Terry, what's going on, man? Miss Belinda, what's happening? Dabney, Miss Dabney, what's going on? Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good AM, great rising. Isn't that what the woke folks say? Great rising, champion. Alicia, how you doing? D, what up? What up? Looks like you guys are up. I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. You're enjoying yourself with people that you care about and you love. Nick, what up? Tisha, what's up? Hey, look, man, I'm excited. I want to get into this so bad because I know that, hey, Miss Nisa, I want to get into this so bad because I don't know how long it's going to take me to do it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I am prepared. I am well prepared this morning. All right. So, hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday, man. It's been a beautiful weekend. I've had a great week. It's my birthday week. My birthday was October 2nd. Thank you for the well wishes and all that. And I appreciate it so much. Thanks for the compliment. I actually had my designer do this shirt for me. If you go on my stories, you'll see a little bit about how she put the shirt together. So that's Q&A Fabric Studios right here in Atlanta. So shout out to Quinay for taking care of that for me. All right, man, let me jump in because everybody's here. All right, so great AM, great rising to you. I am GG for those that do not know. Thank you for coming to my page. Thank you guys for sharing this video. And if you're watching the replay, just hit me with a hashtag replay so I'll know how to see how this thing is moving for me, all right? All right, so here we are. All right, so the top 5 compatibility factors every couple should discover. Now, you might want to ask, Gigi, how in the hell you qualified to talk about compatibility and within couples? I'm glad you asked. All right, so I am Gigi After Dark. It is the daytime, but I am what you would call a reality realist. That means I look at my relationships. I look at what has happened to me directly and indirectly from friends, family, and others, and I pick apart different perspectives. My perspective, her perspective, other people's perspectives, and I just look at them, and you have to admit some things are just real, right? And you have to deal with what's real. No more blaming. They did this, and they made me do that. And hell nah. Nah, be accountable for your actions. Get a better understanding why someone else did what they did or said what they said, and then handle yourself accordingly. And that's the bottom line, man. So I'm here to share some things with you. All right, so the top 5. Now, I was trying to think if this is the actual order or should I just say these 5 are crucial. So I don't know yet. I'm going to go ahead and number them just so we can stay on task. All right. So the first thing is understanding if your partner is a morning or evening person. That's the first thing. You got to understand if they're a morning person or if they are an evening person. For instance, you may have a partner that, they get up early in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock, may need their coffee, and, they just have this ball of energy, right? So you need to make sure that you know what you're dealing with, because if you are an evening person or not a morning person, then, you guys may be going through some things every morning that you're together. So you have to focus on that. All right, so if a person is a night person, that means they're not a morning person. All right, they may not talk, and y'all slept in the same bed last night. They may not talk, until they brush their teeth, or that's just not their thing. However, at nighttime, that's when they get turned all the way up. So while your ass is trying to get in bed 8, 9 o'clock, that's when they get live, man. That's when they get all the way live. So that means, whatever they do in the evening time, that gets them excited, that keeps their energy up while you trying to sleep, they're going to be bothering you. So you got to understand what type of person you're dealing with. Is it a morning person and what their needs are in the morning? Or are they an evening person or a night owl? And then you can understand, what they have going on. Because if they're up all night and your ass is in the bed and you want them to be in the bed, you got to understand that that's not their thing. So you guys got to come to some type of understanding how this is going to work out. Make sure you respect that person being a morning person, the other person being a night owl. I think that is definitely number one. That's definitely number one to take a look at. Number two, cleaning habits. Number two is cleaning habits, and I would even go as far as to say you might want to double check if you have an OCD partner. If your partner is an OCD partner, you really need to pay a lot of attention, because there's going to be unnecessary arguments because of simple things that you typically do that they can't stand. And they may tell you, they may not tell you. They may go through weeks and months of frustration cleaning up after your ass. They may be frustrated because you don't clean a certain way to their standard. These are things that you need to know, man. You need to know if you have an OCD partner, and you need to know if you have a partner that doesn't clean up as well as you do. Guys, man, we're always on the hook, man, about, pick your drawers up, put your shoes up, and especially if you're a bachelor, that's not something that we really deal with. We might want to be tidy some days, but other than that, man, we walking in the door, man, we coming off our tops. That's for sure. Shoes are wherever we want them to be, right? And then we might be walking around in our drawers for the rest of the day, right? Pants on the couch, shirt in the kitchen on the dining room chair. In the back of that, one shoe at the door, the other shoe in the bathroom, because we had to handle some things as soon as we came in. You just never know. So you got to understand what type of partner you have, man, when it comes to cleaning up, right? Especially the kitchen. You don't want to be in a situation where somebody can't clean the kitchen thoroughly. Some people believe in, hey, as long as the dishes are washed and in the dishwasher, or as long as the dishes are washed and in the dish rack, it's all good. Some people may want the whole kitchen spotless every single night, mopping the floor, right? Counters, spick and span, all that stuff, man. You just gotta know. All right. Number three. Do I really want to go here? All right, I'm gonna go here. All right. Number three. Know that if your partner is a extrovert or an introvert. Come on now. Come on. Don't deny me this Sunday, man. Come on, don't deny me. Know if your partner is a introvert or an extrovert. And these things are important because you guys might have met online. You guys have met out and about. You guys might have been, somebody hooked you guys up. But you don't know if that person is an introvert and an extrovert. And a person can tell you if they're an extrovert or an introvert, but it's nothing like knowing for yourself. You got to know it for yourself, man, so you know exactly how they deal. If a person is an introvert, they may be, they may like to be in the house. They may be a homebody. They may not be into going out all the time, or they go out occasionally, but they're very comfortable in their own environment. And that's what you have to pay attention to. They enjoy their own environment, man. They can be in the house watching TV all day, or just in the house on the computer. You got some folks that, hey, they into the video games, man. Yes, grown-ass people play video games, man. It stimulates their mind, man. right? So you got to know if they're introvert and if that's their preference. They may not even like people. They may not like human beings at all. You understand? And these are things you got to know. Extrovert, they have this personality to where they like to be they like to be where they need to be. They feel like and I'm not necessarily saying that they're a socialite, but what I'm saying is they may enjoy being out and about. They don't want to be in the house. They feel like, look, I've worked all week. I've worked hard all week. I want to go out. I want to have some drinks. I want to mix and mingle. And that's just what they like to do, man. They like to go to events. They like to dress up. They like to support other people and their events. You just got to know what you're dealing with, because you don't want a situation where you like going out, right? You like going out, you like hanging out, whether it's going out for drinks, live music, things like that. And then you dealing with a dude that, he don't want to be out and about. So that may come off like he's antisocial all the way, but he may just not want to do that. That may not be his thing. He likes to relax in his own environment. He wants to chill. You might want to have some drinks where he's at. You might want to eat some food where he's at. And that's what you have to take a look at, man. These are people that you really, really gotta focus on and have an understanding of who and what you're dealing with. So know if they're an introvert or an extrovert and handle yourself accordingly. And you should be able to gauge this stuff in the getting to know or the dating process, man. These are things you got to pay attention to, because they're not going to change, man. They're not going to change. You don't want to be in a situation where somebody's going out because you like to go out, but that ain't what they want to do. That environment is not comfortable or fun when you out and about, because you out there, you talking, you having a good time, you having libations and everything like that, and they like this. Hey, man, you all right? Yeah, I'm straight. I mean, what's going on? You want to leave? Nah. You having a good time, right? I mean, this what you want to do, right? You doing what you want to do. You don't want to have that conversation, especially in front of folks, because they don't give a damn that y'all are in front of people. They ready to go at it, man. They don't care, because it's not an L for them if you guys leave out of there or you guys have an unnecessary argument. That's what they want. Oh, well, let's just go. Well, fine. Let me go get the car. That's not what you want, man. All right? So, that's what you got to pay attention to, man. Introvert, extrovert. And one more thing, man, I got to say about that. So, even if we're talking about introvert and extrovert, let's say that introvert, or let's say the extrovert likes to host parties, at home, you know what I mean? They like to host parties. So now folks are at your house, people are at your place, and there's people in the house. Again, there's drinks going, the food is going, music is banging. And then now you have this introvert up in here with people in their space. Woo, boy. Hey, this is Sunday, man. This is Sunday, and this is a word for your ass, all right? The people are in the introvert space. That's a whole nother beast. That's a whole nother beast, man. Am I lying? Okay, I didn't think so. So now, the extrovert is like, hey, guys, come on in. Welcome. You got this here. You got this here. First of all, extroverts, make sure that you introduce your partner. Get that out the way early, because that's going to add fuel to the fire if you don't do that later on. First thing you do, man, please, extroverts, listen. Extroverts, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, extroverts, listen. The 7 of you on this live, introduce your partner first. Get that out the way first. It's just a respect thing. They feel like, look, people are in their house. Might be your house, but they feel like it's their house because you guys are together. They feel like people are invading their space. So make sure you make that introduction off top. Right? Keisha, Tanya, Lisa, make sure that you you introduce these folks to Tony, Maurice, and Claude. Right? Hey, ladies. Hey, guys. This is Claude. Claude is my friend. This is our spot. Welcome to our event. You know, I mean, just make it nice and simple so everybody's comfortable. There's no misunderstandings. And that damn introvert is not going to be boiling hot. And you not even know until the end of the event. God forbid during the event, and shut that down. Right? So just make sure that that happens, man. Introverts, you need to really understand that, look, you want your partner to continue to have a social life, especially if they're resourceful, and especially if that's something that they do. You know what I mean? Get your insecure ass together, man. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. They're going to respect your space, right? So just be cool about it, man. Because you don't want a situation where nobody want to go to Maurice and Tracy's house because Maurice ass be showing out. He be mean mugging the whole time. Those are not fun parties. Everybody's been to those parties. All right? Listen, man, I got to wrap this up. Let's see. Number 4? Or is it number 5? Let's see. We covered. Let me backtrack a little bit. And the first thing that we had covered, if you're a morning or night person, right? Number 2, we talked about OCD, right? Number 3, we talked about introvert, extrovert, right? So we got 2 more left. Number 4, spirituality, religion, politics. Yeah. Spirituality, religion, politics. Listen, I think it's very important to know where your partner stands in those aspects. And I say religion because it's just real. Because people have different religions. You got people that are Catholic. You got people that are Muslim. What else you got? You know, you just have different beliefs, man. Different religions. Christianity. You know, these are things that you got to pay attention to, right? Because you don't want a situation where you got somebody that doesn't have the same beliefs as you, and everything else seems to work out. You know, you guys are physically attracted to each other. You know, you get along. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And then you kind of find out how this person believes, man. And it's different. And for instance, you know, one person may go to church. The other person may not go to church. You know, so now you got that one person that goes to church all the time, pretty much a couple times out the week, or even just faithfully on Sundays. And the other person is at home. And now this person is out and about, right? The gospel is being preached to them. And they're probably talking about, listen, pastor, bishop, Pope, all of them, you know, they're talking about, you know, companionship. They're talking about being with your person and you're building together and things like that. You know, you got to turn to your neighbor, and your neighbor is somebody completely different. But you with somebody, but you turn into your neighbor talking about, hey, today's going to be amazing because God loves us. Well, you saying that to some dude that you don't even know, or you saying that to some lady you don't even know. Y'all make eye contact. You know, they like, oh, damn, they said that kind of sexy to me. They was kind of sexy with it, you know, so let me go ahead and just start, you know, schmoozing a little bit, talking to them and all that. Now you got a whole situation you shouldn't even been in, right? Meanwhile, buddy, old girl, is back at the house, you know what I mean, doing whatever, sleeping in, on Facebook, chilling, whatever, regardless, man. And then, you know, your person comes home, they want to share to you the message that they had, and the other person's not even interested. Oh, okay, that's what happened? Okay, cool. You cooking? Well, what you cooking? Because I had took the chicken legs out. They in the kitchen sink and hot water. They about ready. We just gotta go pick some sides up. Look, man, you don't want to be having these conversations, man. They're unnecessary conversations. Know what's going on, and I just hit the surface on that. Obviously, you want to make sure that the person believes the same thing that you believe, and that they cultivate the relationship very similar, and you guys are able to build together. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Political views, political is going to be what it is. You know, there's just so much stuff and garbage going on right now that, you know, you don't know what your counterpart actually believes. You know what I mean? You might be going through a situation like the current situation and be like, yo, that's crazy. You know, how could that happen, you know, to that person, to that man, to that family? And then, you know, your partner's like, well, you know, I'm glad. You know, I was hoping that had happened. And, you know, because that just makes sense. And now you guys are beefing about a whole situation that don't directly affect your household, but it busts up your stuff. That's not fair. That's not fair. And that may be individual beliefs, but at the same time, it's all going to roll over. It's all going to roll over, man. Just think about it, man. You got some people that believe in certain things that goes on, certain policies that are being passed, you know, certain things are going on just overall in the community, and you guys aren't on the same page, man. You got to pay attention to it. You got to have these conversations. They may be uncomfortable, but you got to do it anyway. You can do it on the front end, or you can do it on the back end. If you're doing it on the back end, then that means there's going to be a lot of build up to something that probably could have been resolved relatively quickly. All right, I got 5 minutes. Stay with me. All right, last but not least, top 5 compatibility factors that every couple should discover. Last one. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sex. Sex. Now look, I'm saying sex, man. Intimacy, however you want to put it. I'm not gonna say that you guys are out there just, you know, just doing things. I'm not gonna say that. But what I am gonna say is you gotta understand what type of individual that you have and that you're dealing with and what that compatibility is. Now, again, I don't know what you guys are doing. That's your business. I don't care about all that. All right? I don't. But what I want to share with you guys is it's gonna play a part at some point. And I'm saying intimacy, sexuality, as far as, you know, your involvement and all that stuff is going to play a part. So I'm going to go to the extreme. Let's say that you guys are active, right? You guys are active, you know, you're doing your thing, whatever. You got to pay attention to what that person likes, you know, what they like, how you guys mix it up and get it in. Is this person right here, are they very vocal? Do they express themselves? Is this person, do they seem like a selfish lover? Or what? You know, you really have to. Chemistry will get you started, but compatibility will keep you going. Say it with me. Chemistry will get you started. Compatibility will keep you going. One more time. What? Chemistry will get you started. Compatibility will keep you going. Right? So you really got to pay attention to that, guys. That's something that sometimes you just have to discover it to discover it. Other than that, man, you know, you're going to be in for a long situation. And let me give you an example. If you guys aren't compatible, let's just say that you aren't compatible. Everything else seems to click, right? But sex was not good for various reasons, right? Some people, sex is a major component of how they feel and how they communicate non-verbally, and that's just something that they take very, very serious. It's got to be there, number one, and then, you know, it's got to be good. It needs to be a production. It needs to be a performance when it happens, right? There's people that's like that. And then you got people that don't necessarily have a very heavy sex drive. You know, they want to get it in. And, you know, when they do get it in, you know, hey, it's all good. But that may not be something that, you know, is major for them. And that's just something that you absolutely have to deal with and come together and figure out, hey, is this important enough for us to discover? Is it important for us enough to make work? Or is it just, you know, not a good fit? And in the long term, if it's not a good fit, what's going to happen? Gonna say it. If the sex is not a good fit in the couples, what happens long term? Check your partner's DMs. That's what'll happen. Look at the stuff that they saying. Look at the stuff that's coming in. But listen, on a serious note, and I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and put the comments back up so I can see what you guys are talking about. But listen, I think that that's something that you really have to pay attention to. You know, we're at a point to where let's get rid of all the awkwardness and communication. You know what I mean? Because these same topics and subjects are happening at some point, and they're happening with someone. So do you want them to happen with somebody outside, or do you want them to happen within the unit? Conversations are happening regardless. And I'm not saying it's happening to the opposite sex or somebody like that, but it may be happening, the conversation may be with family members, it may be with bestie, it may be with, you know, whatever. You know, so you want to have all these conversations within your unit, man. I promise you that life would be a lot more simple because things are being dealt with internally. Again, within that unit, so pay attention. All right, so look, I'm done. I gave you my top 5. This is the last recap I'm going to give you, okay? So remember, number 1, is that person a morning or a night person? All right, number 2, what are their habits? Are they OCD? What are their cleaning habits? You know, how do they handle things? And, you know, you can throw in finances if you want to, but, I mean, finances, that's just, you got to learn how a person operates and how they handle their household. I would say that that's a given. That's probably one of the tops, but I'm thinking that that's something that, you know, you need to understand and discover, you know, early on if that's important. Money management is always going to be paramount, okay? All right, but I'm talking about more so compatibility. You know, you got habits and stuff like that. Anyway, number 3 is introvert versus extrovert. Know about that. Number 4, spirituality, politics, religion. And number 5, sexualities, all that. Everything to do with sex compatibility, how things work, how things don't work. You willing to work for it? You willing to work on it? All that. So that being said, man, look, I'm going to let you guys ride a little bit on these questions, man. And I want to thank you guys for straight coming in and checking me out. Let's see. Kenya came through. I appreciate that. B, what up, B? V, what's good? Thank you for the compliment on the shirt, guys. Q&A Fabric Studio took care of me right here in Atlanta. All right. Frenchie, thank you. Hey, I appreciate it. Yo, Dana, thank you so much. All right, cool. All right, guys, so listen, man, I appreciate you checking out my top 5. Want you to have an amazing day. I'm about to go have brunch, so I'm starving and I'm hungry, and I'm ready for that. So look, man, have an amazing day. Feel free to share this video. I think this was a really, really fun video. I put it together in minutes as far as my top 5. Again, you can always add 1 or 2 different things to make it work for you. But I know that those 5 are definitely things that you got to pay attention to. And you don't have to stop at 5. You should have as long as you possibly need. And then, you know, handle yourself accordingly. All right? So enjoy. I'm out. And have a good day. GG checking out. Peace.